Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levinson and Associates, and with me today we have Joseph Loughran, our Marketing VP. So first off, I want to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon. I know how busy, especially right before a holiday weekend, I know how busy your day is, so we truly appreciate you taking the time and joining us today. So, first off, I want to add that we had a record number of attendees at the 2019 Levinson Annual Agent Expo. And I truly hope every one of you, if you are not there, that you can and will make the 2020 Annual Agent Expo. It's just such a great day for agents, for networking, for walking away with sales ideas and new strategies that you can use in your everyday practice. We basically handpick the top, let's say, 10 core carriers and presenters. We'll have a keynote speaker, and then just under 300 agents to network with from all over the U.S. So there's a tons and tons of value, and I really hope that next year you can make it if you weren't in attendance at this past expo. So the goal of today's call is we have a lot of information to cover. Okay, and I hope everyone takes out a pen and paper. You can type in questions, comments in the question box, and we will do our best to answer these on the fly in real time. But if not, we'll probably have to email you right after. But we're going to save all the questions and make sure we get back to each and every one of you. But we do want your feedback. I encourage you to use that question box, and we will reply to everyone. It might not be on the webinar, but it'll be right after. And also, I want to add, if you were in attendance, if there's anything that you wanted to see different or better, please share with us, okay? Because we're constantly, keep in mind, we started this with 20 agents in a hotel room, okay? Today we just had, it's been about a week and a half now, we just had under 300 agents. So obviously we're doing something right. No, we're not perfect, but we are going to tweak this and make it bigger and better for ultimately the agent experience to rise. That's the goal. So please share and feel free. Okay, what we did is we have a ton of information to share. The goal is we wanted every carrier to share sales strategies, tips with our agents, or quite frankly, they're not allowed to come back. So we put our foot down with this. We did have a couple presenters that were sick and couldn't make the event. So they did have a pinch hitter, so to speak. I feel that everyone did a good job, but next year you will definitely see some different presenters from the carriers. Okay, what we also did to simplify things is we had 5 different flyers in a Levinson folder on each station at the expo, and we wanted to give you a copy of that. So if you look in the right-hand side on your webinar bar, there's a little picture of a PDF. There's 5 attachments for the playbook, final expense reference chart, leads for contracting, NOD-MED chart, expo carrier list. Everything is at your fingertips. Just click and you can print or save to your desktop. It's very, very simple. So everything that you're looking at was in the actual folder itself. Okay, and then I also want to add, at the end of the call, we're going to give away the toolkit, so you can have everything at your fingertips, and then we're going to show you how you can view the actual expo video. So you can pick and choose what you liked, and you can dial in and listen a little deeper. So great stuff to come. We also created a section on our website just for the expo. So what we did here, and we'll send out the link to everyone that's on the call. In fact, it's part of the toolkit, but each carrier that presented at the expo, you can click on the logo there, and all of their presentation material and highlights or sales concepts are at your fingertips. And then we have an intro video that you can watch on the top so you can get a little feel for everything that we went over at the start of the expo on May 10th. So some great stuff there as well. Like I said, we were just under 300 agents in attendance, record number for us. And again, it's only getting bigger and better. Okay, moving forward, a special thank you, of course, to our core carriers and sponsors. Okay, without these carriers, this could never happen. So I want to take my hat off to each and every one of you that helped make this expo an unforgettable day for all of us and our agents. Those are all the logos in front of you. A couple that I want to point out here. Insure Me Now Direct, that is the name of our new Sell While You Sleep platform that we actually launched at the expo. We're going to give you a little 100-foot overview in just a few minutes. Very, very excited about that. And then, of course, each carrier that you're looking at represents a niche in the market. Okay, we try to have very little overlap. We don't want to have a Burger King, a McDonald's, and an Arby's all on the same corner. We want to have each carrier just have something very special and unique. Like, let's say if it comes to final expense or IUL or whatever, non-med term, we want to have the best IUL, final expense, or non-med term that's available. So each carrier represents that niche. And then keep in mind, these are some of our core carriers. We have another 50 companies on the life, annuity, LTC, and supplemental side. So take note of that as well. And on our carrier spreadsheet, which we will email out to everyone, you can see every single carrier that you have direct access to. I think that's important, direct being a big word here, because you know, you hear about these stories all the time where there's 10, 15 different levels in between you and the carrier. By the time you get your commissions, they're literally cut down by, you know, 70, 80%. So it's crazy. Just ask the right questions. If you're with us, great. If you're not, ask the right questions. Okay, moving forward here, we started the expo off with this great slide, and means a lot to me. That's Kerry, my father. I was just a few years old in this picture. Kerry was already in the insurance industry at this point. Obviously, I wasn't, but I thought this was great just to kind of open up and show how it all began. 1972 is when Levinson and Associates was formed. I wasn't even born yet. And then this picture was a few years later. So I wanted to share that with the crowd. And then I wanted to talk about a timeline, okay, how it all began and how it's changed over the years for us at Levinson. I think this is very, very important. It just goes to show you, you know, Kerry, yes, you know, he is now 70 years old. He's been around the block. He's old school insurance GA. You know, that proof is in the pudding, man of your word, you know, firm handshake kind of guy, old-fashioned service, which is great, okay, but you need all of those things with a combined technology platform that's second to none, and that's where I came in, okay? So if you look at 72, we were created and formed. 75, I was born, and I came in the business about 20 years later, okay? And that's when the whole internet boom was taking off, and we created the first website in the insurance brokerage space. You know, it's funny because I recorded a podcast this morning with the founder of iPipeline. So you're going to hear all about that. And we talk about how his name is Bill also, how me and Bill would sit on these panels, you know, preaching e-applications and e-policy delivery. And these carriers in compliance would look at us like we were crazy. They said, no agent is ever going to go online to fill out a life insurance application. And then we fast forward to today and we say, boy, you know, look how things have changed. You know, now we have agents coming to us saying, I only want to contract with the carriers that have e-apps and drop tickets. So, you know, it's just funny how when you believe in your gut, you know, and you see the writing on the wall, if you stick with that idea and follow the path, okay, even if there's naysayers and there's people that, you know, say it's never going to work, you have to stay on your path. And that's exactly what we did here. So fast forward 2014, we launched the first term insurance product ever sold 100% by the client, direct to consumer. And when I say direct to consumer, that's from the agent's website. So the agent still gets full renewals, commissions, and you're obviously building your book of business for policy reviews and conversions and everything else that comes with it. So that is the future right there, folks. 2016, Insurance News Net put me and Carrie on the cover to talk about life insurance brokerage in the fast lane and how we have changed the game. Later in that year, we acquired a South Florida agency known as Diversified. Very proud of that acquisition. As the years went by, we have grown by literally 30 to 40% from 2016 to now. So doing freaking great on that same timeline. 2017 voted fastest growing life IMO by Insurance News Magazine. So very, very proud of that. As you can only imagine, that's me holding the big number one. And then fast forward a few months after that, we acquired another agency in Central Florida that you all have heard of. I won't mention the name on here. 2019 launched the first ever life insurance brokerage podcast, okay? First time this has ever been done with industry influencers. So very, very proud of the Bill Levinson experience, launching January of 2019. Just recorded our 7th episode with Bill Atlee, the owner, founder of iPipeline. So very proud of that. The following few months after that, launched the first direct-to-consumer, okay, not just one product called Lightning Term, but a complete turnkey platform with over 10 different insurance products by over 3 insurance carriers, all on one platform. Think Amazon, okay? But for insurance products. You will be able to drive traffic from your website. You'll be able to e-blast. You'll be able to link to this through social media. The platform has your name, logo, picture of you, so everyone recognizes that you are the agent. Client goes in, runs a quote or side by side. They click apply now. They are done. You just got paid full commissions, just as if you were face to face in a Wednesday night meeting. So, Insure Me Now Direct. It's marketed by Sell While You Sleep, okay, which you all have heard of. We're going to dive into that in just a few more minutes. But as you can see, very, very proud of what we have accomplished. And without you all, we would never be where we are today. So my hat goes off to you. No matter how big we get or how many agencies we acquire, or if Sell While You Sleep takes off like Amazon, we will never forget who brought us to the dance, okay? And you can always remember that. And this is on record, by the way. It's recorded. So I will never, ever forget each and every one of you, that even if it's a $17 a month case, that is what keeps the lights on. And without you guys and girls, we would not be here. And as fast as we grew, we can go just the opposite way. And we all know that here in the office. We're not perfect, but we're always going to try as hard as we can each and every day. Where we are today, so as you know by now, 1972 we founded. We now have over 20 employees throughout Florida, Virginia, Maryland, and Orlando, and growing, literally by the day. Over 16,000 agents nationwide with over 75 insurance carriers, ranked 2017's fastest growing agency by Insurance News Magazine. Okay, now I'm going to move pretty quickly now because Joe's got a bunch of carriers and product info and sales ideas to talk about. We're trying to do this in less than an hour. If we run a little bit over, I apologize, but I think I would not be doing our agents justice if I missed any of these slides. So again, notes, pen, paper, comment box, get ready to go. Here we are. Tune out the noise. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to talk about and shed some light on what's going on in the industry around us today. What am I seeing out there and hearing about? A lot of this MLM, okay? Think Amway, pyramids. You all have to be very, very careful, okay? Because you know, you're seeing, oh, we have the best Facebook leads, or we know how to create social media leads, or we have a 280% contract. There's a lot of gray that's going on right now. Ask the right questions. And if you need to have a contract outside of us, that's fine. Okay, but ask the right questions and make sure you always tell whoever it is, hey, if I'm not happy, can I get a release? And if they say yes, which they should, get it in writing. If they can't put it in writing, move on, okay? I'm telling you right now, it's all BS. I promise you. I've been doing this for way too long. Ask the right questions. We're seeing a lot of these Facebook leads on social media. Hey, there's these 18, 19-year-old kids saying, hey, we have the best life insurance leads. Call us to get started, okay? Again, ask the right questions, get the release in writing, and know, do they report directly to the carrier? Are there 10 layers? Is this a MLM, Amway kind of pyramid? Okay, ask the right questions. Know who you're under. Are you going to share your social security number, date of birth with 10 strangers that this agent is reporting to? No. Ask the right questions. We're hearing about triple-digit commissions. I had a friend at the expo, Paul Caesar. I had him stand up, okay? And Paul was on a contract that was 240% commission, okay? I said, Paul, that doesn't make any sense. We don't get 240% commission. We're writing over $30 million of premium every year. It doesn't make sense. He says to me, Bill, it's 240% on 1 month's premium. I said, Paul, no insurance company works like that. Everybody pays on 12 months of premium. Okay? He gets paid on 1 month of premium. And he's also not the agent of record. Okay? I don't even want to tell you. I don't know the right word to explain what they're doing to him, but it's horrible. Okay? Ask the right questions. These captive contracts are coming up. There's these agencies that are charging upfront cost. How do you have the you-know-what to ask an agent for fees up front when you're making money in overrides? Okay, beware of the upfront cost. Agent of record, I just touched on that. If you're not the agent of record or you're going down on half the case, there's something wrong. Something doesn't make sense. Ask the right questions. Okay, moving forward. What we spoke about here real quick, and I'm going to keep this story short because we're trying to move forward. We have a lot of information to cover. Real quick, and again, I'm going to shorten this because it is a great story. But anyway, so we go out to the racetrack once a month. I race cars, and not a professional racer by any means, but we have about 20 guys that go out once a month on a Sunday to Palm Beach International Raceway, and that's the track in front of you. And, we get together and we just have guy talk and spit on the ground and talk race cars and just have a good time. It's not ultra competitive, and it's not an official sanctioned race, okay? I'm literally in flip-flop shorts and I have my helmet on, and that's it. So anyway, the point of the expo story, okay, and it's so important because it kind of explains the direction that Levinson is going in and how we wanted to build the May 10th expo and the feeling we wanted our agents to get and achieve during the day. So the whole expo was about, okay, racing cars, right? This was the story. So every Sunday, or once a month on Sunday, we go out to the track. 20 of us get together in sports cars. They're not full-blown race cars. They're sports cars. Some are exotic cars. They're usually weekend drivers, right? So we drive to the track. We meet there on Sunday morning. We have a little drivers meeting, and then we all hit the racetrack, usually for 4 or 5 hours, break for lunch, and we go home for the day, hopefully in one piece, right? So one day, this guy pulls up. It's a Sunday morning, and we all turn around, and there's literally a shiny black with chrome wheels, 18-wheeler, big rig truck that pulls up. Okay, keep in mind we all drive to the track. This huge 18-wheeler rig, huge truck pulls up, and it has like race stickers and numbers on it, and we are turning around and everyone's like, oh my gosh, who is this? We race with a bunch of guys that just, we all kind of screw around on a Sunday. We don't take this very serious. So this big 18-wheeler pulls up, and I swear there was a full pit crew and fan club that came with this 18-wheeler big truck, and they roll out a professional race car, Corvette ZR1, okay? I'm talking about a full-blown race car you see on TV and on ESPN, okay? And we're all scratching our heads saying, oh my gosh, I hope this guy's not running the same track that we are, okay? Sure enough, they roll the car out. He's got his pit crew, his fan club. They're taking video and pictures. And this guy comes out and he's in a full race leather suit, race gloves. I mean, the whole nine. I mean, we thought this was Mario Andretti pulling up at the Indy 500. Okay. I mean, it was nuts. So, keep in mind, we don't even have like a food truck here. This is very casual, just a get together. So this guy rolls his car out on the starting grid. That's the grid that you're looking at in front of you. And we all line up, okay? And usually what you're supposed to do is you take a few laps in the beginning to warm up your tires, because you want to make sure your tires are sticky before you start going crazy. So we all get out there. We're on the starting grid, and this guy's lined up next to us, and his car sounds like a race car. You can't even hear our cars next to his car. So we're all like, oh my God, first of all, who is this guy? Where did he come from? And he's going to make us all look stupid. My hands are sweating. Everybody's looking at each other, like rolling their eyes, like, who the hell is this? The guy's hitting his exhaust, sounds real loud, and we're getting intimidated at this point. And we start the race, and we're all supposed to go slow the first few laps to warm up, and we all do, and he's kind of in the middle of the pack, and we go around a few turns, and we hit the long straightaway. And it's just like what you're looking at in front of you, that picture there. That's one of the long straightaways. So we're all coming around the corner, and this guy in this black race car takes the outside. We're all going very slow to warm up. He takes the outside, goes around us at about 150 miles an hour, like double the speed that we're doing. And we're thinking, oh my gosh, this guy's out of his mind. He's got cold tires. Well, sure enough, he passes every one of us. We get to the first turn after that long straightaway. He overshoots the turn, couldn't stop in time, slams into that brick wall, okay, gets taken away on a stretcher, folks, okay? Now, you never want to see anyone get taken away on a stretcher, and I hope he didn't get hurt, of course. But the point behind this story is you can have the best looking, fastest car in the world and the best fan club and 18-wheeler truck and leather suit and fancy helmet. If you don't know how to drive the car, it's going to do you no good. And this is a perfect example. So here the big shot, wanted to go out and make this big scene and show off in front of his friends and all of us. But he didn't know how to drive the car, and he almost killed himself because of it. So this story, okay, and this presentation and the day of the expo was all about not just showing you the fancy car, but showing you how to drive the car, giving you the skills you need to be successful in this crazy insurance business that we're all in. That was the point of this story. I hope I kept it short and sweet and to the point. In fact, I didn't even want to bring it up because of time, but Joe said, no, Bill, you got to tell the story. So anyway, that was the 100-footer. Let's dive right in here to the presentation. So, Sell While You Sleep, the moment we've all been waiting for. This is my dream come true. I've been working on for literally 5 years now, okay? Finally, it came to fruition. So we have a hard launch in June. Everybody will have free access. So this is the homepage of the Sell While You Sleep platform. The retail version is called InsureMeNowDirect.com, but the marketing platform is Sell While You Sleep, but it really means the same thing. Okay, so this is going to be your client experience. When your client clicks from your website or social media or your e-blast strips, whatever it is, this is what they're going to see. Okay, it's going to have your picture, your logo, your name, and just a little explanation. And then, as you can see those pretty pictures there, you can pick life, critical illness, disability, accident, senior, or you can package multiple products together on one application. Very, very simple. You click Start Your Journey on the bottom, okay? And then each product lines up by price. Your client can pick which one they like. They click Apply Now, fill out the e-application, and they are done. Most of these are guaranteed issue or simplified issue, approved the same day. Policies mailed or emailed to your client. You just got paid full commissions plus renewals and an email in your inbox that says you were paid. And this is your client's information. That simple, okay? We now have 3 carriers. We already have 2 more that said they want to be a part of it. So This is only the beginning. I'm on record saying this. This is only the beginning. It's only going to get bigger and better. We literally had half the carriers at the expo said to us, Bill, talk to me when you're done. We want to somehow be a part of this. What can we do together? So anyway, so excited about this. Move forward, Joe. What I want to do now is show you why social media is so important. You hear me ranting about this all the time, but now I'm going to dive in and show you exactly how to drive this big race car beast, right? So you don't wind up in the concrete wall. So these are just 3 examples I pulled up. This is Instagram, and you can create your Instagram account for free. You can search for life insurance and see exactly what I saw, okay? I was literally in the restroom, pulled this up in 20 seconds, and you can do the exact same thing. I took a few screenshots, I sent it to Joe, and I said, Joe, we got to share this with our agents because look how powerful this is. You ready? Okay, these are 3 people. On the left side is Nicole. She is a younger woman, very professional, as we can see. And if you look at her description there, the millennial money maven, tax and wealth strategist, she is a insurance agent, okay? If you look at the bottom, she's got different videos that explains, but here's the main point. Now, Nicole is just like you and me, okay? She's no different from all of us. She has 15,000 followers. That means every time she makes a post, 15,000 people see her post, okay? I pulled up one of her posts on life insurance. She had 62 comments that said, hey, tell me more, or run a quote, or how does a UL work, or what does non-medical term mean, okay? That's 62 new free leads for you, and this costs Nicole nothing, 0. All it takes is a little bit of creativity and the time to post once a week. You can literally pick one of our marketing library ads and post it. You don't even have to create your own ad. Now, let's move over to the middle. Here's another example. Middle-aged guy, okay, look at the description, 17 times MDRT, financial advisor, author of 6 financial books, okay? Look at some of those posts on the bottom. He's got 38,000 followers. Do you think you can create a picture like that on the bottom that talks about why life insurance is important? Yes, you could. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's move over to the right. This is a younger gentleman. Look at his description. He sold 8,000 life insurance policies in 3 to 5 years. He claims here unemployed to millionaire in 3.5 years. Well, how do we know he's really a millionaire? We don't know, okay? But let's give him the benefit of the doubt. The point behind this, he's got almost 50,000 followers, okay? When he makes a post about an indexed annuity or an IUL, almost 50,000 people are watching his video or looking at his picture, okay? That is priceless. So here we are looking for the next best lead and willing to pay $50 or $100 for a good lead when these great leads are right in front of you for free. And you talk about, wanting to speak to the younger generation, the millennials, this is where they're hanging out. So do you think you can get a little creative? Absolutely you can. Absolutely. And I'll give you an example. I'm not even an insurance agent. We're an IMO. And I created Billy Levinson. Very simple. And I just talk about like motivation. I have 1,600 followers. And I don't even do anything on a retail level. I did that by accident. So there's no excuse. Okay. And now if you say to yourself, well, I don't know how to do this, Bill. This is only for my kids, whatever the case is. We are having a full dive-in webinar that shows you exactly how to create and post on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Okay, so you will have no more excuses. All right, Joe, moving forward here. Okay, now these are actual posts from those 3 people that I just wanted to point out. So look at the left side. Okay, this is all this person did was took a screenshot of one of our marketing pieces. Okay, it says income over $102,306. You can get $1 million of life insurance for $36 a month. Okay. Guess how I found out about this? One of my friends tagged me in this picture and said, hey, Bill, check this out. Can you or any of your agents get me this same deal? And the guy's name is Nick. And I said, Nick, actually, that's John Hancock. And yes, our agents have access, but the problem is This is not guaranteed. This is that healthy lifestyle program where you have to prove that you're healthy every year to keep the rate. So anyway, we introduced him to an agent, and he wound up buying a guaranteed level term that was just a few bucks more. But the point is, this simple post and idea got 3,200 likes with 70 comments that all said, hey, I want to talk more. And this agency reached out and probably signed up at least, what, a third of the 72? That's 25 new policies sold from a free post. Do you think you can do this? Look at the right side. That's the middle-aged guy that I pointed out. Simple post here, okay? Life insurance is like a parachute. If you don't have it the first time you need it, there's no second chance. 3,200 likes he got. Look how many comments. Look under that in the middle. 34 comments, okay? Let's say half of them were all life insurance quote related, and then he sold half of those. That's 7 to 10 new policies sold from a picture that he posted for free. Okay, do you think you can get creative? Look at the right side. We picked out another one here. 3 ways we save high net worth families on life insurance. These are just ideas, but you can see what's going on here. You can do the same thing. And if you're not, it's a real shame and you're falling backwards. And I hate to call a spade, but and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but if you want to grow your business, you must market yourself online on social media. It's that simple, folks. And you're going to thank me 5, 10, 15 years from now. Okay, moving forward here, the free agent retail website, very, very simple. This is all free for everyone. And just like I said, you're falling backwards if you're not utilizing some of the basic technology. If you don't have a website, okay, I don't even have to tell you what that means these days because you know what's going to come out of my mouth next. This is free for everyone, okay? You get a basic CRM tool and a free website and a free quote engine. Everything comes at no charge. There's a $9.95 monthly hosting fee, okay, just to cover our servers, $9.95. We pay for everything, so there's no excuse to not be up and running with at least a basic CRM tool and the free website. Plus, your Sell While You Sleep link with all those products I showed you will be linked right to your website. Or if you have your own already, that's fine too. We can also give you a link right to your own Sell While You Sleep website. Okay, moving forward here, Joe's going to dive into the best Facebook ad strategies for 2019, and then he's going to show you a little bit about YouTube and how you can leverage some of this technology to get the message out there and show you how to drive the race car. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So one of the things we dove into during this year's expo was how to really use social media marketing, and kind of based around Bill's story, we'll be sending everyone the Facebook white paper. This was actually written by Gary Vaynerchuk, who is actually one of the guest speakers on Bill's podcast channels. But this is a complete guide, A to Z, on actually how to use Facebook and how to use different ad strategies to target different clientele. And I think it really kind of helps educate us as agents and as marketers on really how to change our thought process and why we should be using social media and why it's so important. So like Bill said, instead of just giving you the keys, we are showing you how to drive, and part of that is the white paper that Gary put together for the Facebook ad strategy. So that I think is very, very important. We'll send that to everyone. Again, it's a very, very quick read, but it will show you exactly how to dive in and integrate social media strategies with your marketing strategy for this year and next year. It's really awesome. Like Bill said, 100% free to use. I think one of the biggest changes in the way marketing has been done in our lifetimes is by using the social media platform. So integrating with that, again, Bill mentioned the YouTube channel. This is, I think, pivotal, very, very important for agents to use. You might think, yes, YouTube, I see people put videos on there every single day. YouTube is free to use. If you have a smartphone, you can get up and running in literally 5 to 6 minutes, record videos, and really post content on the fly. We have a complete guide, A to Z. You're looking at different screenshots of how it's used. This will walk you through your YouTube business plan, how to set it up, how to monitor it, what information to put in the videos for taglines, and really how to generate and grow activity and eventually sales using these different platforms. And there was a great question that someone just entered in, and they were asking, hey, how does this work and how long does this take? You see all these different examples of people with their YouTube channel and how it works. We started the Levinson YouTube channel just a couple years ago, and we're almost at 80,000 views on the different content that we put on there. So this is something that you're going to be able to look at in even just a couple months or really a year or two and say, wow, this has really grown to those high numbers where you're getting 50, 60 comments and likes on your different posts. It's something that you need to start today to be able to eventually get there. And these different white papers and guides are what we've put together to show you how to do this from start to finish. And I'll give you a great example. We have an agent of ours. You're looking at him on the screen. He's from Central Florida. He actually created this YouTube channel, a YouTube video. Very, very simple. He had about a 30 to 40 minute car ride to work every day. He took his phone, put it in his cup holder, flipped it around, and recorded a 10-minute video on cash accumulation life insurance. And if you just look at this example real quick, you'll see how powerful it is. He literally spent like maybe 10 to 15 minutes to put this together. He had 95 views. So if we have 95 people that watch this 10-minute video, that's a little bit under 16 hours of marketing. So he invested just 10 minutes on his way to work, and he got a 950% return so far on that video. So if you look at the return on this free content, again, didn't cost him a penny to create. He literally flipped the phone around, talked about some of his clients' examples and how important this was to him as an agent. He's getting an awesome return, and again, it's costing him nothing. So it doesn't matter if you're walking the dog or maybe you're sitting at your desk. If you have a smartphone or anybody has a smartphone, you can record that video, post to YouTube, and that's what that guide will show you how to do. And I think you'll see some awesome results in a very, very short period of time. So it's one of the most powerful tools you can use in today's industry to kind of uncover new clients, new prospects, and grow your online marketing brand. And you might think to yourself, well, Joe, is this really important? And I want to go over just a couple of key stats that Andrew covered at the Expo to show you just how important all this really is. And if you look at the technology trend, 87% of clients said that they use the internet to research insurance during their purchase process. 87%, that's huge. We need to be inside of that environment if you want to capture a majority of the marketplace and the people that are researching those different insurance products. In the middle there, purchasing trends. This is really awesome. In 1996, 80% of people preferred a face-to-face interaction. If you fast forward to 2013, that number went down to 50%. And we have agents, top producing agents that work with us now that see 95 to 98% of their clients literally through the internet, over the phone. They're not meeting them face-to-face. With technology today, with e-apps, drop tickets, accelerated underwriting programs, we literally have agents that are doing 100% telesales. So there is a huge trend, a huge shift, and it continues to be accelerated. And we're going to dive into some of the tools and products that help you be part of that trend. And finally, at the bottom here, some follow-up statistics. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. So if you're doing everything right, but you don't have that follow-up key, you don't have that tool to help you follow up with clients, you're missing a lot of key sales opportunities. And that's really where we can come and help with the Agency Automator platform. It's really going to take everything we're talking about and putting it into one simple, easy to understand software that'll help streamline your entire business.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. So we're on a little time crunch, so I'm going to move quickly. But these are our tools, and this is probably the best way to get your message across, to keep your name in front of your clients and prospects. These are crucial. So Agency Automator is the platform, great prospecting tool because there's millions and millions of prospects that are already inside of our database. So you can literally plug in, the age range, income range, zip code, gender, anything that you want, and the system will give you thousands of names, numbers, addresses, emails, so you can go market to. The CRM tool, that's very, very black and white, easy to use. That's a great way to keep your name in front of all of your prospects and clients by just dripping your message, okay? So when they think about insurance or long-term care or investment products, they remember, hey, Bill Levinson's my guy, the crazy guy that keeps emailing me once a week and sends me different articles. That's the whole point. You don't want them to forget you. Website Builder's free. Agency Automator Plus on the top at 12 o'clock. That's the same prospecting, if you look at the bottom where it says prospecting tool, same exact concept, but for agents. So if you're an agent or GA that wants to recruit more agents, same exact thing. We have about 500,000 agents inside of the agent database, but it's the same mindset. One is for prospecting clients, one is for agent recruiting. Moving forward, the virtual assistant, this is literally a real live person that will call on clients or prospects. If you want to invite people to a seminar or webinar, or let's say you have maybe a new IUL with built-in living benefits or whatever it is, this person will call everybody for you. They'll send out e-blasts, mailers, whatever you want them to do, they're at your fingertips, and it's about a quarter of a price of, let's say, a real virtual assistant or admin assistant, so to speak. So definitely something you can take advantage of with our co-op platform. AsureWorks is awesome. So think about like search engine optimization, or someone going online searching for retirement, IUL, disability income, and your name comes up, okay? That's the mindset. That program works awesome. We have literally daily live webinars where we jump into each tool where you can dive in and ask questions. So in fact, we're going to show you, we have a slide on each webinar so you can jump on, learn, ask questions. We want to make sure that you are comfortable. That's Agency Automator. Okay, moving forward. We wanted to talk about one of the 3 products for Sell While You Sleep is our SureBridge platform and carrier, okay? So we have over 10 products that's on that Insure Me Now Direct / Sell While You Sleep platform, and SureBridge is one of the main carriers. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is to show you when it comes to critical illness, disability, accident, supplemental health, 90% of these submissions are issued in real time. The technology is awesome. One application for multiple products. You can do all of this through Sell While You Sleep, or if you're seeing a client face-to-face, or if you don't have Sell While You Sleep set up yet, okay, literally all of this is done on a link. You can do it today, and half their products are even guaranteed issue. Okay, so it's either guaranteed issue or simplified issue. Critical illness, DI, accident, cancer, supplemental health, all of the above. The tech is second to none. You know we bleed technology, so this is all very, very important to us. Up next is a breakdown of their products, and we will include this in today's thank you email, but I just wanted to give you a overview snapshot. Those are all the products in front of you. Stack them. You can these work great with Medicare, Medicaid agents, P&C agencies, banks, financial institutions, because they're all very easy. They start at just a few bucks a month, okay, even for critical illness or DI. Okay, moving forward here, Joe's going to jump into our carrier slides and give you some great takeaways with each company presentation. Joe.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So what I'm going to do is just highlight each carrier. We'll be sending out all the presentation materials so you can dive in and really go through all the different slides and the materials that each of the carriers spoke about. So first up is Transamerica. Transamerica, as we know, has great term products, including living benefits. What they focused on during the expo was their U.S. resident, foreign national, and some of their foreign national underwriting material and guides that have been updated. So if you have any clients, our office being here in South Florida is a perfect example. We have a lot of agents in California and different border states that have a lot of clients that are not U.S. citizens, and they do a great job underwriting those clients. This guide actually walks you through specifically what each client needs to have, whether it's specifically a green card or a travel visa. It will actually let you know specifically what they need to be able to qualify for coverage. So awesome stuff there. Very, very competitive carrier. Great with Index Universal Life as well. Moving forward, American General, we had a keynote speaker, Joe Ross, who dove into Index Universal Life products and really focused on why you need to be selling those products. Another great thing that American General has, and I think is probably one of the most overlooked products, is their what we call ROP on steroids plus guaranteed lifetime income sales scenario. It's really one product with 3 solutions. And what I mean by that is it's a universal life product that not only gives you a guaranteed death benefit, it has a built-in return of premium rider. It also has a option where you can actually get that tax-free death benefit and ongoing income off the death benefit. So when we think of universal life, we think of cash value growth. This product does a little bit more. Not only does it give you that tax-free death benefit, it also gives you a living benefit rider. So if something happens to the client, whether it's a chronic or critical illness, you can actually accelerate that death benefit. And in the scenario where nothing happens to that client and they want an exit strategy other than death, they can actually use the enhanced surrender value rider, which gives them return of premium for surrendering that policy. The best part is this is included, it's inherent in the policy, there's no additional cost, and it really helps you upsell this product when looking at other universal life products or no lapse type of scenarios. And then finally, the third thing is they have a income rider that you can actually add on the policy. And what this does is it accelerates the death benefit while the client is still alive, without requiring that client to qualify for a chronic or critical illness. So when we think of accelerated or living benefit riders, we usually think about that client having to have some sort of severe medical issue that would help them accelerate that death benefit. This allows you to turn on that income switch without having any of those medical issues, which is great because you can have a guaranteed death benefit, a paid up policy, and then at whatever point in time you decide after the 20th year, you can start taking income off of your death benefit. It really takes the whole cash value and universal life scenario and kind of brings a whole new scenario of what we can do for clients to really kind of market a new product and a new spin that they maybe haven't thought of before. So ask our marketing team to run you an illustration with the LIS rider, and they can show you some awesome solutions for those clients. Another top carrier that we dove into during the expo was Protective Life. Protective has been a great name for years, offering awesome term products, awesome universal life products, including an index universal life product that has one of the lowest internal cost structures that we've seen. On your next IUL illustration, definitely ask our marketing team to run Protective. And what really hit home at the very bottom there was their Extend Care rider. This is basically a chronic illness accelerated death benefit rider that acts like long-term care, and you can really dial in that acceleration benefit amount. Protective also has some awesome underwriting for any clients with some cardiac issues. You'll see when you run a quote on our website that their term rates are also some of the lowest in the industry. So Protective has some awesome products. They also dove into a scenario where if your client is rated or maybe has a medical issue where they come back standard or table 2 or table 3, instead of getting that death benefit at one time, you can actually take that death benefit schedule, stretch it out over several years, and give that client an income stream rather than a death benefit at one time, and that significantly lowers your premium. So that's a great sales concept to use. You'll see that in the sales kit that we send out. Our next carrier here that we focused on was Sagicor Life. Sagicor has really become known over the last probably 6 to 8 months as one of our top go-to non-med carriers. And what I mean by that is their product allows you to do up to $1 million of coverage with no telephone interview ever, no pyramid exam, an e-application you can do right through carrylevinson.com, and you can get underwriting decisions in as quick as 2 minutes. They also have e-policy delivery. So when I mentioned those agents earlier in our phone call that are exclusively doing telesales, Sagicor is a must-have for those type of scenarios. They have term, whole life, index universal life. They even have some great single premium products and some great annuity products. Their underwriting platform is second to none, very quick, very easy, and you can actually run those quotes right on our website and dive right into that e-application. Again, e-delivery even speeds up that process even faster. And what we launched at the webinar at the expo was a 15% bonus for Levinson agents on the IUL product, and the no lapse product goes all the way through the end of this year. Basically do an e-application for any of those products, submit them through our website, and you get an extra 15% paid directly from the carrier. So a great sales incentive for all Levinson agents. Next up, we actually heard from Assurity Life, who is one of our go-to carriers for non-med term, disability, critical illness, whole life products, and universal life. What we really focused on with Assurity was their simplified critical illness policy. And there's a lot of different products when it comes to critical illness. We've got some great companies, including Mutual of Omaha, Washington National. But where Assurity really shines is their ability to have one CI product that's issued through age 64, non-med up to $50,000, depending on the state. This product actually pays out up to 3 times the base benefit. What I mean by that is if your client buys a $50,000 CI policy and they claim on category 1 for cancer, they're going to get a check for $50,000. Most other companies will send them a card saying, we're sorry you have cancer. Thank you for your business. Your policy is now canceled. Surety doesn't do that. They let you continue to keep that policy and allow you to claim on multiple categories. So category 2, you can have a heart attack, another $50,000 check. You can get diagnosed with Alzheimer's, go into a coma, have kidney failure. You're going to get another $50,000 check. So it's a great product to be able to show your client how you can actually get up to 3 times the base benefit. There is an e-app, very simple, very easy. They also have a great accidental death product that you can do right through the website.
Hey, Joe, let me say one thing. This next sales concept has been probably, I would say the ultimate door opener with, let's say, a children's whole life combined with a free scholarship has been number one, starting at just a few bucks a month, because no grandparent or parent's ever going to say no to that. This is a close second. So pay attention to this. And again, it also comes with free scholarship. Joe?
Yep, awesome. So this next product was from Minnesota Life, also Securian Financial, and they have an awesome sales concept. Of course, we'll send out the slides so you can actually walk through this process with your client, but it's talking about the $99 legacy. And what they did in this scenario is they ran a case study on a client who's 2 years old, children or grandchild, and they used their Index Universal Life policy. They put $99 a month into the policy. The initial death benefit was a little bit under $170,000 with an increasing death benefit option. And what they're able to illustrate is a cash withdrawal, at age 22 of $23,760 to help pay for maybe college expenses or maybe buying a home, so that there's a strong death benefit through their working years. And then distribution at age 69 was $50,527, and at retirement, there's over $1 million in tax advantage income. So it's an awesome scenario. The next slide here actually shows you what that illustration looks like, and I'll pull that up so you can see all the different distributions that are coming out on a tax-free basis. It is a great scenario, and you can have a paid-up IUL product with some extremely strong death benefit guarantees. And we've run multiple IUL scenarios for this specific concept, and Securian really comes in as one of the top companies that's able to provide this scenario for those children or grandchildren. Additionally, when you look at this sales concept, $99 a month is affordable, especially if you're splitting it for a parent or grandchild or grandparent. Premiums do not have to be paid forever. You can actually have a paid-up policy. One thing that is extremely unique about Minnesota Life is juvenile policies are issued at preferred non-tobacco rates. Every other carrier I know of is going to force you into a standard rate class, and you can lock in that coverage at a preferred non-tobacco rate, regardless of what happens to that client down the road. Whatever medical conditions they run into or they're diagnosed with, they're going to have a preferred life policy for the rest of their life. So it's a great option, great sales concept. Again, this is the number one seller for grandparents and for parents for that child or grandchild. So just an extremely powerful sales concept, and I'll send out those slides so everyone can walk through that with potential clients. Up next, we had Illinois Mutual. It was one of our top DI companies. They have a non-med product up to $3,000 a month. And Illinois Mutual really focused on one thing, and that was making disability insurance sales easy. They have a free website here. It's www.5gquote.com. This is what they call kind of their Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts tool. It allows you to actually sit with your client, put in very basic information, and show them different options. Option 1 is going to be your least expensive option to get disability coverage. Option 2 has a little bit more bells and whistles, maybe a lower elimination period, maybe a higher monthly benefit. And then option 3 is going to have all the bells and whistles. It's going to have return of premium rider, a COLA rider, own occupation extension. It's a simple, easy way to show clients how disability income is affordable, and you can actually use their e-application and get policies issued in just a couple of days. So Illinois Mutual, one of our top DI carriers for blue and gray collar, and then we have some awesome options with Principal for white collar DI products. So awesome solutions there on the DI front. Up next, we heard from Pacific Life. who has come out with some awesome term rates. You'll notice on the left-hand slide here, they have a pretty unique accelerated underwriting program, which is fluidless underwriting. Most companies cap you at age 55 or 60. Pacific Life is really honed in on their sweet spot, which is clients 50 to 69, up to $1 million of coverage with no paramed exam, no blood, no urine, as long as they've seen a physician in the last 18 months. So where you have those clients that may be a little bit older, looking for 10, 15-year term policies, you can actually go right to Pacific Life and have an awesome streamlined underwriting program. We're seeing policies get issued in about 7 to 10 days, which is phenomenal for that age group. Every other carrier above 65 is usually going to have you go through the full underwriting scenario. On the right-hand side, they just announced the approval of their chronic illness rider on their permanent product. This is basically available for clients 18 up to 75. It's going to accelerate that death benefit for a chronic illness. And you can see on the chart there towards the bottom the percentage of the acceleration based on the age. And what's really neat is they'll go up to $3 million of lifetime benefit amounts. Most other products we have are going to cap you at either $250,000 or $500,000 of acceleration. Pacific Life allows you to go up to $3 million of lifetime acceleration. So awesome GUL and term products. You can run those right through the CarrieLevinson.com quote engine and even do a drop ticket right from that portal as well. Up next, American National, one of our top carriers for accelerated underwriting, up to $1 million of coverage. One thing I'll say about American National before we move on here is they have built in both chronic and critical illness riders. So if you're looking for a living benefit option on every single one of their products, term, universal life, whole life, IUL, they even have a table reduction program for their GUL product. I will say their universal life product is one of the most competitive, and with these built-in living benefit riders, if you're in a competitive scenario, use that American National product. You're going to be able to not only beat premium, but also give your client those free living benefit riders, which is going to be definitely something that comes in handy if you're up against any other GUL product. Up next, we heard from Gerber Life. Gerber is a great company because of the name. Everyone's familiar with them. We touched on their whole life product, their simplified issue final expense, their guaranteed issue policy that goes up to $25,000 all the way up to age 80, their grow up plan, and their college plan. And Gerber is a great product to use, especially because all Levinson agents have access to their call center for e-application and telephone processing, which means you can have your client on the phone, you can conference in the Gerber call center, and they will take the entire application over the phone, start to finish, have the policy approved, take the client's payment information. You literally do not have to pick up a pen or a piece of paper throughout the entire process. We're seeing those policies done in just a matter of probably 10 to 15 minutes. So awesome company. E-applications also available, whether it's guaranteed issue or you want to do the regular grow up plan or the whole life policy. And partnering that with our scholarship program is really a win-win scenario. Of course, Gerber, the name, and being able to give clients up to 1 free year of college tuition using our scholarship program is a awesome door opener. We've got very inexpensive premiums. You're looking at about $5 a month for a children's whole life policy where the coverage automatically doubles at age 18. And I really don't know many parents or grandparents that are going to say no to that $5 a month premium to get their clients, that whether it's children or grandchildren, that whole life policy with that 1 free year of college tuition. And we have all the scholarship marketing material available to be custom branded and co-branded and even emailed out with different marketing templates as well.
Joe, I would say that's probably between that platform and the Securian Legacy platform. Those are the two best door openers. You talk about social media, if you're working the senior market, if you just need people to talk to, that is a great story to tell. There's so much value add there for just a few bucks a month that it's a no-brainer. Okay, Joe. By the way, we're done in about 5 to 8 minutes here, so just about done.
Yep. The next carrier we heard from was Mutual of Omaha. Mutual of Omaha has some really awesome products. On the left-hand side, they have a completely game-changing automated underwriting platform for their final expense coverage. They have both level and modified death benefits. You can do the e-application right through our website. Just go over to the Forms tab and get right into that e-app. It is extremely easy, extremely simple. We're seeing same-day approvals, same-day issues. So if you're in the final expense marketplace, of course, everyone knows Mutual of Omaha. They're an awesome company to use for that final expense process. Over on the right-hand side, one thing I will say about Mutual of Omaha is their GUL product has something very, very unique about it. Not only does it have a guaranteed refund option, which gives you return of premium in the 15th, 20th through 25th year, but if you look at the top portion there is a chronic illness rider that is included in the universal life policy, absolutely free of charge. And it's not just great to have a chronic illness rider that can help accelerate death benefit, but regardless of the underwriting classification, any client that gets a Mutual of Omaha GUL product has that LTC rider, that chronic illness benefit included at no additional charge. Doesn't matter whether you're table 2, table 4, table 10. It is pretty much, I would say, like a virtually guaranteed issue type of LTC policy, because as long as you get approved, doesn't matter what table rating, you're getting that living benefit rider no matter what. And you can start to accelerate that death benefit either up to 80% of your benefit or $1 million, whichever is more. So awesome, awesome product. It has that ROP option and that chronic illness rider, regardless of the health situation. Up next, we heard from Banner Life. Banner is really our go-to company for cheap term products with some awesome underwriting. You can see here you get Preferred Plus for clients that have stopped smoking at least 3+ years, hypertension Preferred Plus, cholesterol Preferred Plus. If you can see on this page here, all the different awesome underwriting options. One of the great things they're known for is their ability to also apply some credits to some term policies that may be rated to actually help us get some offers that no other carrier can touch. Also, family history, anxiety, depression history. We're seeing preferred cases being issued. Another great thing that Banner does very, very well is they have a term rider solution. So if you have a client that has a large death benefit need now that maybe will decrease over their lifetime, you can actually stack a 10, 15, or 20-year term coverage on top of the base policy. So essentially what we're doing is we're laddering term coverage on one policy. And what that does is it helps you save with policy fees so that as you go into the different death benefit options, you're giving that client one policy that's going to kind of move with their lifestyle and life changes to give them one policy, one solution that works with them throughout the years. And our marketing team can actually illustrate this and really come up with a neat sales scenario or case design to help those scenarios and really beat out any other policy. You won't have multiple policies issued at multiple term lengths. It's one policy for that client's needs, and it's going to change with them throughout their lifestyle. So awesome options from Banner for that scenario.
Okay, Joe, great job. That was a lot of information. We have just a few slides left, and then we'll wrap it up. Scholarship resources. We have more carriers than ever that are on the platform now. Take advantage. Those are all the companies and products on the bottom row there. If you're appointed through another broker, IMO, whatever the case is, let us know. We'll transfer you over to us, match or beat your commissions, plus you get free leads with your first paid application. We also have a bunch of new marketing material. Everything is in front of you, and what we'll do is include a scholarship link in today's thank you email. But this is a no-brainer. I mean, you know, if Joe's an agent, I'm an agent, we're both selling a similar product to the same exact client where premium, let's say, is neck and neck, ratings of the company are neck and neck. The only difference is, let's say I'm giving this 1-year scholarship to little Susie that's worth $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, okay, and Joe is not. Even if they like Joe more, they're going to buy from me every time because of the value add, especially if you're working the senior market for grandkids or children. So take advantage of this stuff. We paid for it, okay? So no commission reduction, no nothing. Levinson mobile app we've made bigger and better. This is a free download. This literally, if you don't have this on your smartphone, you're falling backwards. If you meet someone tonight at the supermarket, at your kid's soccer game, you can run a quote instantly, sign them up with a drop ticket instantly. You just did everything from A to Z in less than 5 minutes from your cell phone. Okay, so to not have this is just crazy, in my opinion. So go to your app store, just pull up Levinson and Associates free download for Android and Apple iPhone users and tablets and iPads. So same thing goes. All right, upcoming agent training events. This is what I spoke about earlier with Agency Automator. Every day of the week, we pick a different platform. We have these live trainings, 2 p.m. every single day of the week. As you can see, we break it down by platform in the day, but they're all at 2 p.m. Eastern. On Friday is the best practices. This is every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single week to help you get comfortable. Okay, on the bottom there, Agency Automator Enhancements Plus, the Sell While You Sleep platform updates. This is all great new additions, best technology in our industry. We're going to dive in on the 31st at 3 p.m. Eastern. Joe, when is the social media webinar? Is that first week of June? Do we have a date confirmed?
Yep, let me just pull that up here.
Okay, all right, I'm going to keep talking just because I want to wrap up, but just cut me off when you figure that out. I think it's important because everyone I must have had 40 or 50 agents come up to me after the expo and said, Bill, I need help with LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook. I want to get started. And I told everybody we're going to create a webinar and bring in an expert just on this topic. So that's what we're going to do on that webinar. So Joe will give us the date in just a minute.
Yep,
okay.
June 13th.
You got it? June
the 13th of June at 2 p.m.
June 13th, 2 p.m., write down that day. That is your chance to dive in and make sure that all of your social media, at least 3, you should have 3 platforms at the very minimum, are up and running. And then I'm going to give you your first post in just a second here. Okay, iGenius platform. These are all tools and technology that we have very unique to us. Most of this is exclusive to us that our competitors don't have access to, etc. So real quick, iGenius platform, we created our own lead websites. Okay, very simple. LevinsonLeadProgram.com. All of our co-op lead programs are at your fingertips. The X-Ray underwriting platform, not just the simplified version. We also have the full version where you can put in any health criteria that you have, and the system will send an email to every underwriter that we have that's in the program, which is all of our core carriers. You get an answer back within 24 hours. On the bottom, Legacy Safeguard, that's a full turnkey final expense platform. That's free. It's a complete planning kit for your clients, so you could sit down with them and go over final expense planning from A to Z, which will help get your foot in the door. Then you give them a free scholarship for their grandchildren, and it's a home run. Okay, you got to think about things like this. Think outside the box. Our scholarship program in the middle, the free mobile app, our new life settlement department. We launched January of this year. If you have any clients with policies, let's say clients that are over age 65, okay, that maybe aren't so healthy, that don't have a need for a life insurance policy anymore, we can get them a cash offer. You can let us know if you have a case. We'll have an offer within 24 hours, just a ballpark offer, so you can see if it's worth pursuing. On the top right side, eRequirements is an awesome program along with Expedite. That's e-policy delivery. It's a multi-carrier electronic policy delivery platform. And then the requirement platform is good for like a SCUBA questionnaire or replacement form. Any of the forms are all automated into your platform and uploaded right to the carrier and underwriter. This is all free for you, by the way. Sell While You Sleep, you know about. Insure Me Now Direct is the same thing, but it's client-facing. Agency Automator, unique to Levinson. This is just a handful of what we have to offer. But my point is, run with this stuff. Take advantage. All right, the last slide here. And I'm sorry we're 10 minutes over, but I hope this was worth your time. I know we covered a lot of information. So real quick, I'm going to go over some housekeeping rules, and then I'm going to give you your first social media free post, okay? All right, couple things. We're going to email a thank you version out to everybody that was on today's call. By the way, we had a record number. Hundreds of you are on today. I appreciate it. Your toolkit will be included in the thank you email. We'll also include the Expo video. Take advantage of the scholarship program because it's value add that your competitors don't have access to unless they're a Levinson agent. All products, all carriers that are approved qualify. Sell while you sleep, again, to be relevant in this industry moving forward for all of the smaller insurance policies. This is the way millennials and the younger generation want to do business. So we have been proactive. We're the only ones that have built something like this with multiple products and carriers, not just one overly priced product. Lead program are exclusive, and we have a co-opportunities where you can get it's about half the price of what a typical lead costs. Social media webinar, very, very important. Don't miss that. It's a great chance that will give you access to all of the popular platforms, and it'll get you comfortable so you can create your own account or learn how to drive traffic. Okay, just a couple more things, and then I'm going to end today's call. You know, when I brought up those black eyes in our industry, you know, there's a lot of gray areas right now that, you know, I want to shed light on, and I brought up like 10 topics. There's another one that we're hearing about lately. A lot of these bigger IMOs and brokers, they're merging, they're becoming they go from private to public. There's a lot of acquisitions going on. They're becoming a very corporate America, if you will. And we are family owned and operated since 1972. I have my sister, my mom, Carrie's here. Obviously, our employees are like family. We're not going anywhere. This is us. Okay, so if you need a favor on a case, an underwriting, let's say a bumped up health class, Carrie, my father, will talk to you on the phone. Okay, there's no automated voice operators here. So we are here. We're not going anywhere. You can count on us. I think it's so important that I wanted to share that. Also, give us feedback from this webinar, from the expo. We are here for you. Okay, we create all of this stuff for you guys and girls. So if there's something we're not doing right, please share. We're not going to be perfect, but I want to try at our absolute best for you guys and girls out there, okay? That, to me, is the goal and the name of the game. Here's your first free social media quote, and we'll include this again in the thank you email, but take this wording and throw it on a picture if you want. This is great, okay, to tee up a life insurance sale. You cannot predict it, prevent it, or even postpone it, but you can always prepare for it. Okay, now imagine you create your own. That's obviously me at the expo, but have your own picture and then say, click here for a quote. You know, whatever the case is, but this makes people scratch their head. And if you get one person that liked it, great. That's one more than what you had last week. And then you'll get 10 and then 20. And then it just grows from there. You just be patient and it will come. Okay? With that said, I want to thank everyone for your time. It's been well over an hour. I appreciate you guys. And without you, we'd never be in the spot we are today. So appreciate you. Hope to see your face at next year's expo. Have a great rest of the week, a great holiday weekend, and great selling. Take care.